That burning, tingling, and sharp pain in the ball of your foot. What if I told you that it is not a foot problem at all? What if it is just the last domino to fall in a long chain reaction that actually starts in your hips? Today, we are not just giving you a list of foot remedies. We are revealing the domino effect protocol to help you fix the true root cause. Welcome back to Healthier Daily, the channel where we give you the simple science-backed truths to live a stronger and more independent life after 60. I'm your host, Dr. Ben Carter, and to be our wise master of biomechanics in this important investigation, we are joined by a physician who has spent his life teaching the wisdom of looking at the entire body's connected chain, not just a single point of pain. It is our great honor to welcome Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara.
Thank you for having me, Ben. A wise person does not blame the last domino to fall. They look for the very first domino that started the entire chain reaction. For the painful problem of Morton's neuroma, the first domino is very rarely found in the foot. This is so very important. I had a patient, a gentleman, who was suffering from this terrible pain in the ball of his foot. He was doing everything that he could think of. He was icing his foot every single night, and he was massaging it with a ball. But the pain would always return, and this was because he was only treating the very last domino in a long chain.
And that is exactly what our guide is all about today. Dr. Hinohara is going to teach us how to reset the dominoes in the correct and proper order. In our journey today, we will first learn how to address the first dominoes, which are the true root causes of the problem. We will then learn how to support the middle domino, which is your foot mechanics. And finally, and only then, will we learn how to treat the last domino, which is the nerve pain itself. It is a true blessing to have this kind of wisdom, to be able to see the beautiful and the intricate connections that exist within the bodies that we have been given. If you are ready to stop fighting the symptom and to start fixing the true cause of your pain this week, please type the number 1 in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to our channel. It's completely free, and this is a deep dive into the true mechanics of healing. Okay, doctor, let's begin your domino effect protocol. As our lead detective, you said that a wise person does not blame the last domino to fall for the entire mess. So for our patient and for everyone watching at home, what are the first dominoes that start this entire chain reaction of pain in the foot?
Yes. The chain reaction of pain that ends in the ball of your foot almost always begins with a hidden tightness that is much higher up in your leg. We must first address the tightness in your hips, your hamstrings, and especially in your calves. And for my patient, the man who was so very frustrated, this was the great discovery of our entire investigation. We did a very simple test in my office. I had him lie down on the examination table, and I gently bent both of his ankles back towards him, and we discovered that his left calf muscle was much tighter than his right. We could barely move it. This tightness was the very first domino in his chain of pain.
And this is the absolute key to this entire protocol. Let's look at the beautiful science of what we call the kinetic chain. Your entire body is beautifully and intelligently connected. When your calf muscles and your hamstring muscles are very tight, it dramatically limits the natural and healthy range of motion in your ankle joint. Now your body is very intelligent, and it will always find a way to compensate. If your ankle cannot bend properly as you are walking, your body is forced to change the way that you walk to be able to move forward. It forces you to push off from the ball of your foot with every single step that you take. And this is what creates that tremendous and very repetitive pressure on the delicate nerves that are located between your metatarsal bones. So you see the tight calf muscle is the very first domino that is pushing over the final domino in your foot.
So the tight muscles are the true root cause. It is a brilliant and a very important insight. So, Doctor, how do we begin to fix these first and most important dominoes?
We must use a very specific two-step process. First, we must use massage to be able to release the deep tension that is in the muscles. And then, and only then, we must use stretching to be able to restore the healthy and the natural length to those muscles.
And the source text for our video is very specific about this. It says that you must massage the large muscles first. So to begin your new week, you can use a gentle massage gun or a simple foam roller on your hips, on your glutes, on your hamstrings, and on your calves. This gentle massage helps to release the deep knots and the trigger points that we have talked about. It helps to warm up the muscle, and it prepares it to be stretched safely.
And once the muscle is warm and it is relaxed from the massage, then you will perform the gentle stretches. The two most important stretches for this problem are the simple towel stretch for your calves and for your hamstrings. And for a deeper and a more consistent stretch, the ankle slant board is a wonderful and a very effective tool that you can use while you are brushing your teeth or watching the television. It is a truly blessed and a very profound wisdom to understand that the true path to healing our pain is not just about treating the symptom, but it is about restoring the beautiful God-given balance to our entire body. So the very first and most important step in our domino effect protocol is to reset the first dominoes by releasing all of that hidden tension in our hips, our hamstrings, and our calves. That is a huge and a very profound shift in thinking for most people who are suffering from this type of foot pain. Now, Dr. Once we have begun to address those root causes from above what is the middle domino in this painful chain reaction.
Yes, the middle domino is the foot itself. We have now begun to loosen the tight muscles that are pulling on the foot from above. Now we must provide the proper and the correct support for the structure that is down below. This part of our protocol is all about our foot mechanics. And for my patient, the man with the very tight calf muscle, this was the next essential step in his healing journey. We began his new week with the gentle massage and the consistent stretching to be able to fix the first domino. Now we had to give his foot the proper support that it so desperately needed to be able to heal.
And this is the domino that is directly causing the delicate nerve to be pinched and to become so painful. Let's look at the beautiful science of pronation, which is the medical term for the collapsing of the arch of the foot. As the source text for our video so beautifully illustrates with its diagrams, when your arch collapses with every single step that you take, it causes the long metatarsal bones that are in the ball of your foot to splay out and to squeeze together. This dramatically reduces the amount of space that is between those bones. And what is in that tiny space? The delicate nerve. So the collapsing arch is the second domino that is directly pushing on the third and final domino, the nerve itself.
So we must stop that constant collapsing motion of the foot. So, Doctor, what are the essential tools for supporting this important middle domino?
The first and the most important tool in this part of our protocol is non-negotiable. You must have good supportive shoes and a simple orthotic insole. The good shoe provides the overall stability for your foot, and the simple orthotic acts as a beautiful bridge that goes under your foot. And it is this bridge that prevents your arch from collapsing with every single step.
And what is the second part of this doctorate is about what we shouldn't do.
That is correct. It is very important that you avoid walking barefoot on any hard modern surfaces like tile or wood floors. These flat surfaces provide no support at all for your arch, and they allow your foot to completely collapse with every single step. And this is constantly irritating that painful nerve. Now, doctor the source text for our video mentions one final brilliant and very inexpensive tool for this middle domino, and that is the simple metatarsal pad.
Yes, this is a wonderful and a very clever little tool. It is a small teardrop-shaped pad that is made of a soft foam or a gel, and you simply stick it directly onto your insole.
And the way that it works is so very intelligent. As the source text so beautifully describes, the pad is placed just behind the ball of your foot, not directly under the painful area, and this creates a tiny cliff inside your shoe. So as you are walking, the metatarsal bones that are right over the painful nerve are actually floating in the air just over the edge of this gentle cliff. This takes all of the direct and damaging pressure off of the nerve, and it gives it the essential space that it needs to be able to finally heal. It is a truly blessed thing to have such simple and yet such intelligent and powerful tools to be able to support and to heal the beautiful and intricate design of our feet. And we love sharing this kind of holistic wisdom with our global community. To help us see our global community, please let us know what city, state, or country you are watching from. We love hearing from all of you. So we have now successfully reset the first dominoes by releasing all of the deep tension in our hips, our hamstrings, and our calves. And we have supported the crucial middle domino with our supportive shoes and our very clever metatarsal pads. The root causes of the problem have now been addressed. Doctor, this now brings us to the final part of our healing protocol. How do we now treat the last domino, the bruised and the inflamed nerve itself?
Yes, we have now addressed all of the deep root causes of the problem. We have fixed the first and the middle dominoes, and only now, when the constant daily pressure has finally been removed from the nerve, can we effectively and successfully treat the last domino, the bruised and the inflamed nerve itself. This is where the simple remedies that my patient was trying to use at the very beginning of his journey finally become so powerful. Our tools for this final step are the simple icing and massage directly on the foot and the soothing topical creams.
And this is such a critical and an important point for our viewers to understand. The icing with the frozen water bottle and the gentle massage with the small rubber ball are now so much more effective. This is because you are no longer fighting against the constant daily re-injury that was being caused by the tight muscles and the collapsing arch. You have now created a peaceful and a healing environment where these simple and beautiful remedies can finally do their important healing work. And the same is true for the topical creams that contain the cooling menthol or the warming capsaicin. They work by short-circuiting those local pain signals in the nerve. And now that the nerve is no longer being constantly pinched and irritated all day long, these simple creams can finally provide a deep and a very lasting sense of relief. Now, doctor, to bring our entire beautiful domino effect protocol together for our viewers, can you please give us the daily master protocol? What should their new healing daily routine look like starting this week?
Yes, your new healing routine is very simple, and it is very logical. In the morning, before you put on your supportive shoes for the day, you will spend just 5 minutes on the first dominoes. You will use your massage gun or a simple ball to gently warm up the tight muscles in your calves and in your hips. And then you will do your beautiful and your gentle stretches like the towel stretch. Then, during the day, it is very important that you always wear your supportive shoes and your orthotics with the special metatarsal pad. You must try to never go barefoot on any hard surfaces. And finally, in the evening, if you are still feeling some pain at the end of the day, now is the perfect and the correct time to treat the last domino. You can use your frozen water bottle on the bottom of your foot while you're watching the television, and you can apply your soothing topical cream right before you go to bed.
And doctor, let's go back one final time to your patient, the man who was only treating the last domino at the beginning of his story.
This was the beautiful and the very successful conclusion to his case. The patient who was only treating the last domino by icing his foot every single night finally learned the full and the proper sequence of healing. By starting his day with the first dominoes, by diligently stretching his tight calves and his hips, and by supporting the middle domino with his good orthotics all day long, the constant and damaging pressure was finally taken off of the painful nerve, the pain that had plagued him for years, the pain that he thought was an incurable nerve disease, was almost completely gone in less than a month. He had solved the case by learning to look at the beginning of the chain and not just at the end.
That is a truly beautiful and a blessed story. It is a powerful reminder that true and lasting healing is so often found when we have the wisdom to be able to look for the deep and the often hidden root cause of our problems. Doctor, this has been an incredible and a truly eye-opening investigation. You have taken us on a journey up the kinetic chain, and you have shown us the true root cause of so much chronic foot pain. Your domino effect protocol is a revolutionary way for us to think about and to heal our nerve pain. This is a profound and a very hopeful approach to senior health. By learning to reset the dominoes in the correct order, by first addressing the tight muscles, then supporting the foot's mechanics, and only then soothing the nerve, our viewers can finally stop fighting the symptom and can start to heal the true cause of their nerve pain. This knowledge is a true cornerstone of a proactive senior health strategy. It is a practical and a very powerful way to fight back against the fear and the frustration of chronic nerve pain and to find a lasting solution. Now, Doctor, your domino effect protocol is a life-changing way of thinking. For our viewers at home who are inspired by this and who are ready to start their own healing journey this week, what is the most important and the wisest first step that they can take?
That is a wonderful and a very important question. The journey to healing must always begin with a single and a very gentle step. I will give you a simple 3-part action plan for your first week. First, I want you to focus only on the first domino. You must not try to fix everything all at once. That is the path to failure. For this first week, your only job is to focus on gently releasing the tightness in your hips, in your hamstrings, and in your calves. You will not worry about the foot yet. Second, you will create one simple 5-minute morning ritual. Your only new habit for this week is the simple 5-minute routine that we have described. You will spend a few minutes with a gentle massage on your tight leg muscles, and you will follow that with the simple and beautiful towel stretch. That is all. You are gently and wisely resetting the first domino. And third, and this is the most important step of all, you must observe your body with great kindness. At the end of the week, I want you to listen. Even though you have not been treating your foot directly, how does it feel? Is the pain a little bit less? Is the burning a little bit calmer? Let this small and beautiful discovery be your greatest motivation. You are proving to yourself that the problem is not where you thought it was. This is the beautiful beginning of true and lasting healing.
That is a perfect and a very gentle way to begin this journey.
I want to leave you with this one final thought. You must not be fooled by the location of your pain. The symptom is very often the last domino to fall. True and lasting healing is always found when you have the wisdom to look for the first domino, the true root cause of the problem.
That is a beautiful message, Doctor. It's a wonderful reminder to be good stewards of our health by seeking the blessed wisdom to be able to understand the deep and the very intricate interconnected systems of our bodies. And of course, it is absolutely essential that you speak with your personal doctor or a podiatrist before making any significant changes to your routine, especially if you have existing health conditions. Please remember that our conversation today is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for a direct medical diagnosis from your own trusted healthcare provider. If you found this guide empowering and it changed the way that you think about your pain, please give this video a like so that others can find this vital information. And be sure to share it with a friend or a family member who might be suffering from this frustrating problem. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. It is completely free and it ensures you will not miss our next practical health guide. And for our community discussion today, we would love to know which domino in your own health chain, the tight muscles, the foot mechanics, or the nerve itself, do you need to focus on first? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for being with us. Be well.